For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Focus program. We are glad that you are along. We've got a very big show. We got all the ambassadors from the 4-H Fair coming in to see us today. We've got Lois Kaufman, who's retiring from the Marine City Library, the branch lead there. And we're going to begin the show with a friend by the name of Tim Donellon, the sheriff of St. Clair County. Welcome back to the Focus set, sir.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
You are a busy man. We were talking on the air about you just never stop from 1st of June right through
August.
Yeah, the end of August.
Summer is our busy time. I'm the only person in Michigan that prays for fall. I'm pretty tired by the time the summer's over. I'm not a big fan.
Well, it starts with Jobby Nooner and then just never ceases.
We go Jobby Nooner to cruise night to boat week with the parade, with the boat night. We go to 4-H Fair. We have Burrville at the same time. From there, we go to St. Clair boat races, back to Port Huron boat races. We have the Pickerel Festival. We have Bologna Festival. It just goes on and on all summer. And people forget we're 750-mile jurisdiction, so we're all over. And many, same time. Boat weekend in Burrville is the same time, two different ends. Cruise night, Jobby Nooner, same night, two different ends of the county. You have raft off, you have float down coming up. Yep. We've got a lot of water events. We've got a lot of foot events. We're, we have mandatory overtime all summer. Except me.
Mandatory
overtime. Got to work.
And you're just 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, no overtime for me.
Plus, this year is a renewal of a millage that you have many of your assistants out talking to townships and city managers and city clerks and different groups. But we got you in here today to talk about what are we talking about on the ballot?
I'll tell you what, and I think it is the most important thing on this ballot this summer, and of anything. This is our Drug Task Force, and I can tell you the drugs in our community are prevalent. It has changed tremendously in the last 5 years, and I spent 10 plus years in the Drug Task Force.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
And I ran the unit as a lieutenant. And when I left there in October 1st, 2005, we didn't have a fraction of what we have today. We have been, just hit severely hard with these meth labs, opiate-based pills, and the heroin on top of the crack that we've been battling with for 30 years. So our August 2nd millage is Drug Task Force. We have had this since 1985. And we hope for the people to continue to support us.
There's a slight increase in it this year.
There is.
You've never had an increase in it since day one, have you?
Never. We were a 0.28 mil since day one. And we really had a good formula. We have a 99% conviction rate.
Wow.
We just work nonstop. And this is near and dear to me because I spent my formidable years in the department in that unit. And every 4 years we renewed. But in the last 5 years, the heroin arrived, the meth labs have arrived, the pills are here tied into the heroin, and the crack hasn't gone away. So we're asking for a small increase from a 0.28 to a 0.57, a little more than a half a mil, not a lot. And the reason why I do that is to get boots on the street.
Okay.
That mill is not going for administration, it's not going for support staff, it's not going for fancy cars and equipment. Boots on the street. Cops working narcotics countywide. I have to be able to split that team in half. So I can be in Cotterville one day, same day be in Brockway. The next day St. Clair, K-Pac. The next day Port Huron, Marine City. We can't do that now.
Mm-hmm. You've explained to me and to the audience before that we're fairly unique in the fact you've got two expressways,
correct,
an international border,
yep,
and major cities supplying from Flint and Detroit to the crack and the drug problem here in St. Clair County.
There's not a county like ours in Michigan. 83 counties, 83 sheriffs. I think I got the biggest headache. And I'll tell you, we have two cities at risk, Flint and Detroit, both freeways dead end in our county, dead end, pipeline, heroin and crack nonstop. And we have 110 miles of international border. We have more border water than any county in the state, probably any in the country. And when you think of policing liquid border, we've got 2 bridge crossings, we've got 2 ferry crossings. Those are easy parts. It's the narrow part where you can jet ski across with your drugs. I mean, very, very hard to police. And thank goodness Drug Task Force has partnerships with federal agents. We have U.S. Border Patrol assigned, we have U.S. Border Patrol Air Marine, and we have U.S. Customs.
All cooperating with you.
All part assigned to our team.
Oh, assigned to you.
Assigned, full
That's
time.
even better.
That's even better. I've got 4 feds on our team, all with different jobs, and it's been a real help to us.
Wow.
Real help financially as well, because the federal government, thank goodness, funds their positions. That does not come out of our millage, but they're assigned full time on a 3-year assignment, and we really need the help.
The election is Tuesday, the 2nd of August. This is a sample ballot that I picked up from the city of St. Clair.
That's it.
But they're probably all going to be pretty similar. On one side is the Republicans, and the other side is the Democrats. This particular ballot, this particular election, you cannot split your vote. You have to vote for either the Republican
Correct.
or the Democrat. And then on the other side of it over here is the millage issues
Yep.
that are coming up. If anybody has questions, there's a graphic in there. If they'll throw that up, Jared, which is called www.michigan.gov/vote. And if you have any questions as a voter, you can go to that website and punch in your zip code, and it'll give you all the information that you need about what's going to be on your ballot.
And I can tell you that Drug Task Force millage at a $100,000 house
Yep.
is 8 cents a day.
8 cents a day.
8 cents a day. It's a small mill. It's
Yeah.
0.56. It's $28 a year. 8 cents a day. And there is not a better stewards of their money than anybody. And I
Right.
can tell you because I've been there.
Right.
And it's needed with the heroin, the meth, the crack. We had an overdose every day last year in St. Clair County. Every
No,
day.
wait a minute. Slow down. Every 365 days,
Yeah. Every day.
and probably a bunch of deaths.
Lots of deaths. Yeah, lots of deaths. And if it wasn't for the antidote they give you, Narcan, we'd have had probably 400 deaths last year. We didn't. We saved a lot, first responders, but far too many. And if somebody would have told me 28 years ago you'd have a heroin overdose or a pill overdose on opiates every day, I'd say absolutely not. If somebody would have told me we dismantled 35 meth labs last year, this year we're going to have excess of 60, I'd have said absolutely not. And if somebody would have said we've seized more crack cocaine last year in 15 than we had in 5 years previous, mind you, we've been fighting with crack for 30 years, I'd have said it's impossible. But those are the facts. 6 out of 10 drug raids, we find armed assailants, usually stolen weapons. Very difficult job, very challenging job, need the community's support.
Any thoughts on how it'll ever end?
It's 2 pieces to the puzzle. I mean, there's national issues there on import that really we're not in a position to it's a military issue, but it's education and it's enforcement, and they have to go hand in hand. You know, Drug Task Force is enforcement. Our jail is the best rehab in the state. You have to have treatment. You know, you have to have treatment so people understand the dangers and get them off the drugs. But you have to have enforcement, and these are the guys that do the enforcement.
Do you see some repetitive?
Oh, we do, absolutely, with heroin, all the time. We've had people we've saved and brought back 3 and 4 times, and others not so fortunate. So yes, I do, and I do see some recidivism. But those that get into our jail and they can go through our treatment and succeed have a very high rate of success when they get out if they go through our treatment, and we have them in jail long enough.
You're doing a great job.
Well, we're busy, thank you.
You need the people's support.
We do.
It's August the 2nd.
Yes.
It's 8 cents a day. That's
8
just
cents a day. I know.
That's got to be the lowest one I've ever heard.
Well, you know, it's not a big mill. You know, it employs about a dozen people. And that's all we have. When you think of the work they do, and you read in the paper, it's only 1 shift of patrol equivalent. And we run around the clock and patrol. There's only 1 group of narcotics guys. And they're busy.
Yep,
I can tell you, they are busy.
You take care, my friend.
My
It's always a
pleasure.
pleasure to see you. And August will be here soon, and you can put your feet up for an hour and a half or so
Yeah, maybe.
for the next rush of responsibility.
It won't be long with my feet up. A short afternoon, maybe.
We'll be back with a friend by the name of Lois Kaufman. She's retiring from the Marine City Library, where she's the branch manager and branch lead, as they call it now. We'll do that in just a second. Well, we've heard about Marion the librarian forever and ever and ever, but we've got our own Lois Kaufman,
Hi, Paul.
branch lead at Marine City Library for a long time. What's this rumor I hear?
I am retiring after 31 plus years. Yep, I'm retiring.
Every day was a joy. I know it was a joy. You liked it.
I loved it. I love the library. I've always loved the library, and our St. Clair County Library System is amazing.
You have been at that one branch for all that time? Or did
I
you
have.
Really?
Well, when I first started out, the position was just part-time, so I bounced around. I helped out at other libraries. I think I volunteered to help out at just about every one of them in the county at some time.
As a volunteer?
No,
As an employee?
Yeah, we were all had just a few hours when we first started, and so if Algonac needed somebody, I would go down and help out. And so I think I've worked at almost every one of them at some point for a little bit.
What's changed over the years for librarians besides the name of librarian to branch manager or branch lead?
Oh my gosh, well, you know, when I first started, we were still using the little punch thing, and you put the card in the pocket of the book, and people actually, some people really missed that because they would look for their number on the punch card and say they'd read it already.
Oh, yes.
So that, you know, when we got automated back in 1995, that was the best, you know, it made things a lot easier for all of us, and so that's a big change, of course. And you know, I've had 3 or 4 different directors that I've worked under.
Yep. One guy with the big mustache.
Yes, Larry Frank for a while,
right.
And now we have Allison Arnold, who's amazing.
Great lady.
Yes, very much, and a lot of different city managers I've worked with.
Oh, many.
So yeah, but it's been wonderful. I've loved every minute.
The branch in Marine City, is that building owned by the city?
It is.
Okay, and they maintain it?
Yes.
And you got the library system manages it?
Yes.
So over the years, it's been improved and expanded, and
Yes.
additions added to it?
Yes. That was a pretty new building when I first started. They actually had their big opening in September of 1993, and I started in February of 1985. I'm sorry, 83 and 85. And we outgrew the space, and in 2010, the TIFA stepped forward after some persuasion and built on that addition. So now we were 4,000 square feet, and now we're 6,575.
Wow, that's a big branch.
I know, and now we have an outdoor space that's going to be coming.
Oh, that's correct.
Yes.
It's under construction, isn't it?
It is. It is.
That was a donation, I believe.
Yes. Bob Foster, who was a wonderful library patron. If I didn't meet Bob the first day, I met him the first week for sure. He was in our library all the time. He loved our library, loved libraries. And when he passed away this spring, his family named the library as a memorial. And then his family came forward and said, we want this pavilion to be for Bob.
Isn't that wonderful?
It is. So it will be the Robert M. Foster Memorial Pavilion.
Close to you. That's great. That's marvelous.
It is.
And sitting next to you is Andrew Webb, who is currently the branch lead at the Memphis Library. And you are going to be assuming Lois's position in
Correct.
August or something?
Yes, the beginning of August.
And you got some big shoes, as they say, to fill.
You know, the community loves Lois. She's done a really well job there, you know, and I'm happy to be working there, though. It's going to be a very nice community to work for.
And you've been with the library system for a while?
A few years now, yes.
Good.
I've been in Memphis for most of the time I worked with the library system, and it's done really well.
Lois, any plans for you and the husband of yours to do traveling, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, we're going to do some traveling, but one thing, I look at the library's calendar and all the different things that are going on in the different branches, and if I weren't working, I'd say, boy, I'd really like to do that.
Now you can do it.
Now I'll be able to do it. Yeah, I sure will. I'm going to
but
visit
once
a
you
lot of
walk in
branches.
the door, people are going to say, can you answer this question? Can you answer that question?
Oh, we have some wonderful staff. I think that everything will be fine, but I'm looking forward to visiting the different branches and doing the different programs that are there. And Friends groups are very important to our library system, and I want to stay involved with the Friends groups, so I won't be a stranger to the library.
Well, I think we wanted to get you in here when we heard that you were going to retire, because
I appreciate that.
we just wanted to, for the city of Marine City and for the county of St. Clair, we just wanted to get in and say thank you to you for all your 31 years, was it? 31 years of service to the public.
Well, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. It's been a delight.
You're a great lady.
Thank you.
You're a great lady. We're coming back in just a second. We've got 2 more segments. The next one is a fun one. We got Gene from Central Michigan University, one of our interns, one of our students, going to conduct an interview with the king, not the king, the ambassadors from the 4-H fair. And then Jay McCullough will be along with, is that Brittany over there? No, just Jay by himself to talk about leaving Iowa, which is coming up down at the Snug Theater. So we'll be right back. We're back, and we're back with a friend, a lifeguard from next door that we grabbed. This is Mr. Gene. Pronounce your last name?
Boyd.
Boyd.
Yeah.
Gene Boyd, and Gene is a graduate of St. Clair High that got interested in meteorology. Did you get interested in high school?
No, I actually started off when I was a little kid, when I was 5 years old.
You're like these guys.
Yeah, just like these goofballs.
Okay.
And when I was a little kid, I wanted to be God, but Mom told me I couldn't do that. So the next best thing was being a weatherman. So here I am.
So you're a junior at Central Michigan University.
Yes, I am. Going to be my senior year.
Great television program up there. With,
excellent.
And many great people have left there and gone on to networks, et cetera, et cetera. But today we grabbed you from the pool and decided that we'd give these guys here an opportunity to meet somebody famous like you, because they've always met me for the last 4 or 5 years. So Gene, take over.
All right, sounds good. So anyways, I'm here with a bunch of kids, and we're going to be talking about the 4-H fair. And it's a fantastic program out of Goodles, and each one of these guys are going to be talking about it. So first up is...
Hello, I'm Troy Corns.
All right, so what got you involved in the 4-H program?
Well, my parents were both in 4-H when they were kids.
Okay.
So they wanted to pass it on to me and my sister.
All right, so I understand that you have a project that you're doing. What are you doing?
Well, I do robotics. I am on
Okay, I'm
the
here.
FLL team. And I
Wow.
also do shooting sports such as archery.
Wow, so
I'm here.
what kind of robots do you build?
I do the newest kind of Mindstorm called an EV3.
What is a Mindstorm? If you don't mind me asking.
It's like a Lego robot that you can program using their special website.
That is absolutely fantastic. See, when I was a little kid, I've always just built Legos, but I never had them move before. You're doing what I've always dreamed of. That is absolutely fantastic, Troy. Keep up the good work. All right. And what's your name, young man?
My name is Douglas Modric.
Nice to meet you. And so what got you involved in the 4-H program?
I was just kind of born into it. My sisters, my whole entire family has did it.
All right. Sounds good. So what project are you doing?
I am doing shooting sports,
Shooting sports.
and then I'm doing a steer, a prospect calf, ducks, pigs, and a lamb.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. How do you handle all that? You're busier than I am, and I'm a lifeguard over there, and I got a lot of people to talk to. That's impressive. So, are you really good with a gun? Is that what you mean by shooting sports? All right, that's fantastic. I'm afraid of guns. They're absolutely terrifying, but you, man, you got it going for you. Well done, well done. All right, and we're going over to you. What's your name?
Ruby Walker.
Ah, yes. So, Ruby, what got you involved in the 4-H fair?
Well, also like Doug, I was born into the family with 4-H. And
Are you guys brother and sisters?
me and him.
Oh, got you. All right, my mistake. Excellent. All right, so keep on going. I'm sorry.
Well, that was basically it.
No, all right. So, what's your project then? What do you got? What's up?
Well, it's a long, long list of things, but I'll try to shorten it. I'm doing
I got energy. I love it.
I'm doing poultry and honeybees, and then I'm also doing some still exhibits like photography and art, and also I'm going to be doing a bench this year for
Bench.
woodworking.
So, are you like painting a bench, designing a bench? Are people allowed to sit on this bench?
Yes,
Even me?
I'll let you.
Ah, thanks. You're a gem. I like it. All right. Very good, very good, very good. All right, next. What's your name?
My name is Isabel Stahl.
All right. And what do you like? What got you involved in the 4-H fair?
Well, my mom was in it when she was 9,
All right,
and so
excellent.
she wanted to pass it on to me.
Wow. Okay. So it's a whole family kind of tradition kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
All right.
My
excellent.
grandpa is also on the fair board.
So, wow, that's impressive. He's a big, important person. That's awesome. So, what's your project during the 4-H fair? What do you bring to the people?
I show a dairy cow.
Mm-hmm.
I show a rabbit and a cavy.
Wow. So, if I asked you what your favorite animal is, what would it be?
It would probably be a cow
All right. That's fantastic. Why a cow?
because they are
Sometimes it can be pretty fun just working with it.
All right, solid. All right. When I was growing up, I lived out in St. Clair County, and my next door neighbor had a cow. And it was a brown cow, so they convinced me that it was a chocolate milk cow. Do they exist?
No, they don't.
All my dreams ruined. Darn it, darn it, darn it. All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, what's your name?
Gwyneth Glombowski.
Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful. How do you say all that?
I don't know.
That's impressive. Well done. I couldn't say that. Excellent. So Gwen, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what got you involved in 4-H?
I just found out all about it, and I don't really play sports, so I love animals, and that's how I got involved.
Really? That's fantastic. So, just like Isabel, what is your favorite animal?
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Do you show rabbits?
Yes.
Excellent. So, and what is your project?
I do mostly rabbits, and I do like a few still exhibits like art and photos.
So are you two like teammates then, in a sense? You guys work together a lot? You guys are both working on art? You guys work on the bench too?
No.
Oh, alrighty then. Alrighty then. All right, and we're moving over to here. All right, what is your name?
Dylan.
All right, fantastic. And what got you involved in the 4-H fair?
Like Ruby and Douglas, I was born into it. Basically.
Okay, trying to put all the pieces together here. Excellent. So what are you doing with the 4-H fair?
This Saturday, I'm doing the dog show.
All right.
Showing goats, llamas, and some still exhibits like leadership.
So what do you guys do at the dog show?
Dog show, well, gotta get up really early.
Oh gosh, like how early?
We have to be there like 6.
That's ridiculous. I find it hard to wake up at 11. That's ridiculous. Well done. Good job. That's fantastic. So what else do you guys do at the dog show?
There's rally, obedience, and obstacles.
All right, sounds.
I'm doing all of them.
Wow, you have a lot on your plate too.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite kind of dog?
Probably a pug.
Solid. I have a German Shepherd back at home and a Shih Tzu Poodle mix. The German Shepherd would be fantastic for the dog show, but I don't think little old Seamus will be any good for you. I'm sorry. But all right, sounds like fun. I'll have to check it out. All right, what's your name?
Ian Mitchell.
All right, and what got you involved in the 4-H fair?
Just like Dylan, Ruby, and Doug, I was born into it.
Cool. Wow. All right, and so what project are you doing?
Cake decorating, still exhibits, pigs,
Lots of stuff.
goats, chickens, turkey stocks, yeah.
Dang, that's impressive. So what got you in cakes? So whenever I try to bake something, it always blows up. Like cookies, blows up. Cakes, blows up. Salad, somehow that blows up too. It doesn't make any sense. My cookies come out black. It doesn't make any sense, man. How do you do it? What's the secret ingredient?
Normal cakes. No,
Salad. That's impressive. I never would have guessed. Well done. All right, very cool, very cool, very cool. Does your family do a lot of cooking? All right.
At the fair, there's also woodworking, and he sculpts a bunch of really cool stuff. He makes horses, like owls, bears. It's incredible.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Now, are they for sale?
They're
Really?
at the auction on Thursday. You can buy them.
All right, so even a person like me can go up there and buy them? All right, I'll definitely have to stop by. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hi, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Taylor Usikowski.
All right, cool. So what got you involved in the 4-H fair?
Well, me and my sisters got rabbits when I was 5 years old, and then it kind of just bloomed from there.
All right, wonderful. So what is your project for the 4-H fair?
Rabbits, KVs, goats, photography, poetry, a little bit more than that.
Wow, you have your handful just like these two, right?
Yeah.
So if I ask, are you guys like all working together? Because I know these two aren't working together, but are you like overseeing those two?
I mean, yeah, sometimes. I actually am in the same club as Gwen, and she does rabbits and KVs with me, and I kind of like seeing her grow and succeed in what she wants to do.
Yeah,
so.
she seems very talented. Well done. You do an excellent job with these kids.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. All right, and we're moving on over to here. All right. So, pardon me, guys. So, what's your name?
Samuel.
All right. I can take it you've been doing this for a while now.
Yes, I have. This is actually, I think, now it's been about, I want to say 8 years that I've been in 4-H.
Oh my God.
I'm actually only, as far as I know, the second person in my family to be in 4-H.
Really? So what keeps you in there for so long?
The first person in my family who was in 4-H was back in the 1930s, so that's a little bit of time, space.
Yeah, that's almost like...
But what keeps me in there, well, I do photography and poultry, and I also do robotics. With St. Clair County, this is actually the first year we're doing robotics.
Okay.
So it was really cool to see the program grow.
Yeah.
I led the FRC team, the high school team, and we ended up going all the way to the World Championship.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. So at Worlds, what do you guys design? What do you guys have to do? What are some of the projects that you guys have to build?
This year, the competition, the theme of the competition was like a castle theme, so we had to scale this castle wall and cross over defenses. It's different every year.
That's amazing. So what did you guys do with the castle? How did you guys get over it?
We climbed the wall. We had like this sliding mechanism that would grab on, and then it would just pull itself up. It used our robot probably cost less than about $4,000.
Wow.
And there's teams with $100,000 robots. We just got parts from a junkyard and put them on a robot.
Wow,
and it
that's
worked.
Resourceful. Well done, Sam. Well done. That's absolutely incredible. Keep up the good work, and I hope you guys make it to Worlds and even win. That'll be fantastic. Pardon me, Goof. Sorry, guys. Hi, what's your name?
Ian Grettenberger.
All right, and so why are you a part of 4-H?
Actually, one day when I was like 5 or 6, my mom said, "Hey, we're going to this meeting," and I was like, "All right." And
Sounds
I've
good.
kind of been going ever since. So.
All right, so it's kind of like me wanting to be Chuck Datica on the weather. I'm like, hey, I want to be just like that guy. And so I've been chasing my dreams too. So what do you guys do there?
So this year, I'm actually part of the fair court, so the fair king, fair queen.
Okay.
I'm on that court.
Ooh.
And I'm doing pigs this year.
Okay.
And I'm going to be helping with the craters, so where they do those big entertainments like the rodeo and the figure 8 demolition derby and the tractor and the truck pulls. I'm going to be helping there too.
Oh my gosh, I remember when I was a little kid, I would, my dad and I would go to the same fair when we watched the tractor pulls. That was by far one of my favorite things next to the dog show. Absolutely incredible.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, it's the best. I loved it. And then I got to drive the tractor. I'm like, dream come true. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And last but not least.
Emma Grettenberger.
Wow, you already knew what I was going to say. It's like you're a magician. Cool. All right, so what got you involved in 4-H?
Basically the same as Ian.
And you guys are brother and sisters?
Yeah.
You guys look a lot alike.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways.
So I basically just kind of went along with it, and it's been good ever since.
All right, absolutely fantastic. So what is your project for the 4-H fair?
I do pigs, and I do art, so I'm also doing poetry, and I'm remodeling a chair.
Do you have a poem for us?
No, not here.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. This has been Gene Boyd with the Focus program. I hope you guys had a blast, and we will talk to you guys later. Thank you once again.
This next guest we've been trying to get in here for years. His name is Jay McCullough.
Hey, Paul. How are you?
Nice to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you.
You are the illustrious Marine City Mariner director.
Yes. I just completed my 15th season.
15th season?
At Marine City High School.
Oh, it's marvelous. And you've done some wonderful productions. Huge stuff.
Yeah, we just, in the spring, we did Les Miserables. So it was great. Great group of students.
And I've watched Eberhard over the years.
Yes.
And he does it up here in the North End.
Yes.
And you two have such a passion for what you do. And you see the kids develop from the first time they go on the stage to the last performance.
It's a great journey to watch kids develop their talents. And Mark is an awesome program at St. Clair.
Well, and you do too.
I sure do. I'm blessed with great students.
And isn't one of your recent graduates now working down in Detroit?
He is. That would be Matt Copley. Yeah. They just wrapped Mitch Albom's Hockey the Musical. And I had a chance to go to opening night, and he was fantastic.
What was his role?
He's in the ensemble, so he plays a number of roles. At one point, I believe he comes out as a backup singer, a female backup singer, so that was exciting to see, for sure. But he plays a range of different characters related to the world of hockey, and just did an awesome job.
But they've already wrapped.
Yes,
they only had a short run?
They had a short run, they got extended, but now they're getting ready for Mitch's play, Ernie, to move it in the same place. So Everything that Mitch does is well received.
So will they take that play that he was in and put it on the road?
I don't know if plans for putting on the road are. I know there was some talk about making this a regular summer rotation. So that's pretty awesome.
Okay. Well, maybe we can get it up here to the riverbank or the.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
There's some hockey fans in Marine City, I believe.
Yes, a couple. Speaking of the riverbank and the Snug,
sure.
You are doing something there, which is called Leaving Iowa. What's that all about?
Leaving Iowa is several journeys going on, but it centers around a young man named Don Browning. He's in his 30s, and he comes home. And they want to find a final resting place for his dad's ashes in an urn. Okay. So a little serious, it sounds like there, but as he's driving around Iowa, he remembers all of the family road trips that his dad would take he and his sister and his mom on, and all the chaos and all the fun that would be part of it.
Riding in the back of the car, the station wagon.
So as he's driving around, he'll go to different spots and remember family vacations growing up. So it's a tribute to the family road trip, and it's a lot of fun.
Jeff Daniels wrote it?
Jeff Daniels didn't write it. Tim Clue and Spike Manton did, but it premiered at Jeff Daniels' Purple Rose Theater. Yeah, and just really well beloved. It's one of those almost like cult-like shows because wherever it plays, people haven't heard of it and they fall in love with it.
The Purple Rose Theater, how many seats is that? Round figure.
I'm not sure. You know what? I would say in the neighborhood of 200, 300. I'm not exactly sure on that.
So it's similar. Riverbank is similar.
Yes. Similar idea for sure.
How many members in the cast of?
There's only 6, and what's interesting about it is you have the 4 family members: Mom, Dad, Don, and Sis. Awesome ensemble of actors that they've brought in, and then 2 additional actors play a range of about 13 to 15 characters that pop in and out.
Wow!
It's quite an act for sure.
That's like a Robin Williams kind of actor.
It is.
And has multitudes of different characters.
What's neat about it, Paul, is that the young man that plays the side character, we call him multiple character guy, his name's Joey Carrier. And Joey was a member of Mariner Drama's company. So I'm working with a former student, and another former student, Curtis Clark, is our sound and light guy and stage manager. So I'm getting to work with 2 students that I've gotten to work with before, and it's awesome.
This play opens July the 8th.
Yes.
Opened July the 8th.
Yes.
And continues through the 24th of July.
Yes.
Performances all at 7:30, except on Sundays at 3 o'clock.
Absolutely.
And I love the ticket prices at
very affordable for the type of theater
$26.
Very nice.
Even
Great
all
night
seats
out.
Are good.
Yes. And with the Snug being a 100-seat theater, there's not a bad seat. You're very close to the action.
Yeah.
So
we
it's great.
saw You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown there.
That's a great show. Yes. Yeah, very good.
Or I guess that was at the other place.
No, that was Snug. That was the same theater, yes.
Okay, now what do you know what's coming up next?
I believe they're bringing in Love Letters, and I think it's put on by Gem Theatrics, so it's an outside group, and it's a lovely show where you follow a relationship back and forth through love letters. And then I know they have The Drowsy Chaperone, which is being directed by Aaron Smith, a great friend of mine, in September. It's a musical, really funny show.
How about Mariner Drama? What's happening
Mariner
this fall?
Drama, this fall we are presenting The Giver, which is based off an award-winning young adult book. Kind of about a futuristic society, kind of interesting timing with our election coming up too, with the statement it makes about just thinking for yourself, and it's going to be a great show. Great show.
We're going to get you guys in here this fall.
Awesome.
With
That'd be
your
great.
Marine City cast
We'd
members.
love it.
We'd love to have that. We'll get the schedule.
Well, thank you for having us today.
Nice seeing you.
Appreciate it.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next week, stay cool and have a good day. Paul Dingaman here.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingaman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.